How did
He Walked on Water was a complete gift. I mean, some songs come from you, some songs come through you. That one was the one that came through. It was at the lowest point of my journey, the very lowest. And my publisher, Pat Halper, in a very sweet, kind way, called me in the office and said, you know, we're not hearing you in these songs you've been writing. I've been co-writing 6 months solid with everybody. I was exhausted. The songs weren't that good. My publisher wasn't happy and I wasn't happy. And she encouraged me to go to Texas, reconnect with my roots, and come back and write by myself. And I thought, I'm busted. They're fixing to find out I'm a fake. Because I hadn't written a song by myself in almost 3 years. And but it was somewhat of a relief because I thought the game's over. You know, I've been trying to do this, and I went down to Texas, and I got a call from Don Schlitz. He said, I'm doing Austin City Limits tomorrow night. You want to come down and hang out and sound check? I said, sure. I went down there. I'm sitting up in the balcony, the seats about 8 rows up. This big man walks in, looks at me, walks up and sits down, says, hi, I'm Mike Reed. I said, I'm Alan Shamblin. He said, we struck up a conversation. I told him I was a songwriter. He said, how's it going? I said, not very good. I've been writing and my publisher's not that happy with the songs, and to be honest with you, I'm not very happy with them. And Mike said, good. I said, what do you mean good? He said, well, you've been learning the craft. Now go back to Nashville and write by yourself. Go back to Nashville and write about something you care about. And I went, wow. And so I went back to Nashville, and you got a lot of tape. You can edit this down, I guess. I mean, if you want the whole true story.
We want it.
The whole true story is I came back to Nashville. I flew in Sunday night. I got up Monday morning, and I lived in an efficiency apartment about this size of this room. And I got up and I turned the TV on, and I went to walk over to the refrigerator, and it was an early morning televangelist on TV, and I heard him say, there's somebody out there fixing to give up on a dream. And I turned around, and he was pointing right at me. And he said, don't give up. The race always gets toughest just before you cross the finish line.
Yeah, that's an old saying.
I said, I received it. And I got in my car, my old Cutlass, and at the corner of Trousdale and Harding, the words, he wore starched white shirts, button at the neck, he'd sit in shade, watch chickens peck. His teeth were gone, but what the heck, came out of literally nowhere. And I wrote them down, and I thought, neck pecking heck, that's kind of corny, but thank you. And so I went in, I had no idea what the song was about. I sat down and I wrote the words out real neat. And I got up and I walked around in a circle in the room, and I just said, I thought he walked on water. It just came out of my mouth. And I got goosebumps, tears in my eyes, and I remembered my great-grandfather. And I sat down and the song poured out like honey out of a jar, as fast as I could write it. And I took it into my publisher. I played it for her, and she said, I love it, but I think it needs something else. And like a chorus, it didn't have a chorus. I drove home, I sat down, and as fast as I could write the chorus, I just wrote the chorus out. And I called a buddy that lived upstairs and said, can I come play you a song? And I went upstairs, and his name was Arnie Dekwa. And he was with his future wife. They were sitting there on the couch, and I played them. I looked down at the page, and I played what I'd written that day. I looked up, and they were both crying. And I thought, I've finally written an honest song. And that was, I'll never forget it.